Hey guys, let's see if I'm actually have my sound on. Yep. I'm just streaming before my kid comes home for a little bit while I work on this some more. I am not happy with this drawing. I originally drew this dog, this character Fancy, in like an anatomically correct walking position, and it just doesn't look right. So, and I don't like her profile that I've drawn. I just, I don't know what to do here. So I'm just going to noodle with this for a little bit. I'm having a hard time concentrating on stuff because the world is crazy and Stanley passed away and the news is all over Twitter and it's sad. I mean, he was 95, so that's great. He had a long, amazing life and difficulties at the end, but also triumphs, right? So I don't know. I just kept reposting everybody's stuff on Twitter because I don't have any. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what to say. It helps to the people that knew him better to say something than me. I'll just repost their words. This I'm working from this old. Now I'm into the uncharted territory of this where it was all original. The artwork underneath it is all the old stuff, no reboots. And this strip was written in 2005. That's how old this thing is. So just, you don't always have to abandon your old ideas, right? You can go back. The problem I'm having is, like, with cartoon characters, usually the 3/4 view is the one you see most often. And then so when you go into like profile or full frontal, sometimes they just look funny and they don't look on model, they don't look like themselves. So yeah, I'm having a hard time with this. I think in the original her ears were back because she was upset, like freaked out. Maybe if I do that, it'll be better. I just can't get it right. And the original, they were more, I mean, they're more, the drawings now are slightly more, I wouldn't say realistic. But yes, they are more realistic, I guess I would say that, than the originals. Drawings were. They were more stylized. I mean, they're still not realistic. This is not Disney realistic cartooning, and, that's not even realistic, but you know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I'm struggling with this. That's what I'm trying to say, man. Let's see, she's got a really wide, Chihuahuas have those, especially the apple-headed ones. They have those really domed heads, and they have those big bulgy eyes. My Chihuahua that this is based on wasn't as apple-headed, but this drawing, in the comics, she's more apple-headed because, you know. My old past, I don't have this dog anymore. She's gone now. Again, 2005, so she was alive when I was writing this. But alas, but all these animals in this comic are long gone. That's okay. So, I mean, I could pull her eye forward. I hate it when I hit that button. I like literally spent hours on this last night, like just trying to figure out, just to draw this character in a way that I was happy with it. So this is probably the correct, this is probably how the shape of the head would be. Damn it, come on. Oh, this is really laggy. My stream health is good at this second, but this is really laggy. And see, it doesn't even look like she's looking at her. Arg! Frustrating. Frustrating, frustrating. Oh, so frustrating. I think she's too big as well. She should be about the same size as the cat, so. And she'd be slightly larger only because she's in the forefront. I'm sort of like finalizing character design. I mean, I guess I'm taking time because once I figure this out, then I'll use this as my I'll use this as character model, you know? But even that might be too big. Oh, now the stream health is poor again. So funny. Alright, what am I doing here? Let's get this up. I don't stop hitting that wrong button. It makes me mad. All right. And the other problem is the dog looks stylized in the other views, but she doesn't look as stylized as the cat now. She does in the other views, but she doesn't look as stylized as the cat. So it's like they don't match right now. Urgh! Almighty. I think the eye might still be a little bit too high. So it's like, how do I... So like, I guess I'm going for like a cross between stylized and, I don't know. I don't like it when, like Ren was Ren and Stimpy. Ren was a great animated looking, like design wise, but he didn't look like a chihuahua to me, and neither did Stimpy. Stimpy didn't look like a cat. Like, what? I think when I first looked at that show, I had no idea I had no idea what they were supposed to be. Let's see how this looks in pen. Oops. God, it still doesn't look right. Let's see what I can do here. So, and I didn't want this to be totally like Disney-fied. So I'm having, as you can see, I'm just rambling about the troubles with this. So like that's something in Big Nate that bugs me. Well, in any comic, I guess. Like I said, the translation from 3/4 view. I wish I had an exact. Maybe someday I'll talk about it. Whatever. I'm not a cartooning expert, and I'm so rambly today. I don't even know if I'm going to keep this. I don't know if I'll keep this stream up on my channel. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. So before the sad news of Stanley, I was watching on Twitter. I have a hard time now dealing, like, when I get up out of bed, I don't get up right away because I don't have a day job, right? So, because the first thing I do is I check Twitter to see what horrible things have happened in the world. And sometimes you see good things, but and cute cat videos and dog videos. But I saw the new Detective Pokemon trailer, and I didn't even know they were making I didn't even know they were working on that. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my God, I can't wait for my son to come home so I can show it to him, because I have a feeling he's going to think, first of all, my son is 11. Secondly, we've shown him both Deadpool movies because we're bad parents. And he thinks that Deadpool is freaking hysterical. So I'm sure Annie loves Pokemon. Not as much right now as he did. He's now, he's more into like Fortnite and, more like video games. But he still loves, like 2 years ago, he was still like massively into Pokemon. So I have a feeling that he's going to think it's like awesome, because now he's like old enough that he likes Snark, and he still likes Pokemon. I mean, it's like ridiculous how many Pokemon cards he has. He goes in waves. So I'm sure he's gonna flip when he sees that, and when he recognizes it's Deadpool doing it. Ryan Reynolds, aka Ryan Reynolds. So it looks funny. I'm actually, sometimes with children's movies, I used to love, I don't even watch animated movies as much as I used to. I used to really be obsessed with them even as an adult. Now I'm not really into movies, and I don't watch as much TV and movies in general across the board as I used to. So it's always, I used to be the one by default that would take my son to the animated movies, and now I'm just sort of like, ugh. They're all the same, with the Hollywood formula and everything, which is fine. And because I've studied script writing and novel writing, I can tell when the plot points are, I got the formula down, right? So, but I actually think this one will be good. I actually think I would actually go to see this one with my kid, instead of making my husband do it. I think it's going to be funny. So we'll see what he says. I'm assuming he's going to think it's like looks amazing and can't wait to go, but I'll be shocked if he doesn't. He just started. He's on a Star Wars kick this weekend. I don't know. Like it took forever. Like before, when he was more into Pokemon and I liked Pokemon, but I couldn't stand God, what was it? I'm really having a struggle with my brain today. I couldn't stand the one that has Kaiba in it, in the Pharaoh. With the cards. Not the cards. Yeah. I can see all the pictures in my head. Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! I didn't like Yu-Gi-Oh! Very well. I thought Yu-Gi-Oh! was the design, like the designs. Oh my God. Like, ugh, the art. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the most ridiculous looking character to me. I liked Kaiba, and I absolutely hated the guy that talked like this with the fake New York Jimmy or Johnny or whatever his name was, that fucking character. God. I hated him. Hated listening to him. So, the blonde one. Joey? Was it Joey maybe? Yeah, Joey. Who talks like that? I mean, I have relatives from New Jersey, and they don't. I mean, they kind of talk like that, but not really. It's like, ugh. So anyway, I don't know. So yeah, and apparently, supposedly, it's based on like, so people were going off like on Twitter, like this doesn't look anything like Pokemon Snarky Pikachu. I don't know if I can handle it. And so, but apparently, it's actually a game or something. Detective Pikachu is actually like a mini game or a sub game or something. So I don't know. Hopefully, it's not for the phone because after watching the movie, then my kid might want to play it, and that would be annoying. So yes, but that I thought that was it looked and it doesn't see, and then the whole thing about Pikachu being talking, if Meowth can talk, and he's like a sassy Pikachu, he's like a sassy he's very sassy. Of course, he's a Meow, that's who, he's a bad guy, but sort of bad guy, pseudo bad guy. But then the other Pikachu could talk to each other. Like, I remember watching episodes where, like, it was from the Pikachu's point of view, and they were like, I don't know if we had an English version, like a or English/Japanese human speak version, like when they were all hanging out together and they could talk to each other and they understood what each other was saying, even though they were all speaking like, Pikachu says Pika Pika, and friggin' Squirtle says Squirtle, and then they still have their own, but they only have one word each, or half of words, squirt, squirt, Squirtle, whatever, and yet they could understand each other. So, like, maybe there's some kind of telekinesis involved in some way. I mean, telekinesis, telepathy. My brain. I'm spending way too much time thinking about this, but yeah, because Meowth taught himself English, and the other Pikachu could talk to other Pikachu, or I mean, the other Pokemon could talk to the other Pokemon with having only one word each. So it's not too far-fetched to think that, like, Pikachu's actually like Pika Pika Pika, that there's actually like a whole undercurrent of some kind of, cohesive thought behind that we just don't understand. But yeah, having it be a sassy Ryan Reynolds, that's... And then somebody else on Twitter said that, like, that they thought it was funny that Ryan Reynolds only made Deadpool so he could make fun of Pikachu in Deadpool than to play Pikachu. I don't know. It was like, some meta thing. It was meta Ryan Reynolds. He's getting more and more meta. So... Oh, my computer is so buggy right now. Look at those feet. I don't know about... All right, well, I'm still not happy, and I gotta get her eyelashes in somehow. That's the only way you know if they're girls or boys in this comic, is if they have eyelashes or not. So here's the thing. In a profile, an eye, the lashes go like this. Right? But it kind of looks funny to me to have them there and not out here. See, they should be here. I don't know. You know, once again, the thing with this, so like, I don't really think that this line art, it's like ultra simplistic, right? So it has to be colored in, whether it's grays or colors. And I don't like looking at it when it's just line art. It doesn't look finished until it's been colored in. Look at the difference in my art from 2015. I mean, 2005. Look at it. I gotta draw over that. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna draw over that. Oh, I still hate this face. I just hate it. But I mean, I think that's technically right. I mean, chihuahuas are weird looking, I know. Cute, but weird. I mean, it's not technically right in the sense that I'm drawing big round circles for eyes. Does Garfield and Odie, do they ever appear in profile? So it would be easier to, it would have been easier to draw this more like Disney style. Because Disney style has like rules in it, you know, it's less stylized. I mean, it's cartoony. It's cartooning. It's stylized, but it's like, so it's more realistic than this, I guess. I obsess over the weirdest shit. I just want her to be cute. I want her to be cute and funny looking at the same time. I don't want her to be. No. So I don't know, maybe I need to just keep the eyelashes in the back even though they're technically not supposed to be there. Ugh, I just hate it, you guys. I just hate it. It's just not working for me. See, this face, which I sketched out, I like better, but it's 3/4 view. Frustrating. So, okay, let's see. If I draw over this, and this is the side of the head, and this is the ear. Big fat ears. And then this eye would be moved forward. And this would be moved here. And this would be moved here. I mean, I guess I could change the eye. More of a profile eye. And still keep it pretty round though. I don't know. See, I keep getting bigger and bigger than the actual eye is here. So this is the size. Oh, my pen's not working. Here we go. Pencil. This is the size of the muzzle. This is the whole size